Hello and welcome to the January favorites video. I thought this would be kind of a fun first video to just kind of show like what I'm interested in and things that I like. This is in no particular order. The categories are very slim because I don't have that many favorites. I don't use that much stuff, but I thought that it would be fun to show you guys what I did use through the month of January. So to start off, I'm going to do kind of like hair care, skin care, all that kind of stuff. First, I have been using the OUAI hair care products. I used to be pretty light blonde. I went and dyed my hair darker at the end of December, and I want to get my natural hair texture back. You can see it kind of like a little bit right here, but I did kind of like brush my hair out and straighten it a little bit yesterday. So this is not my actual natural hair texture, but I thought that OUAI might be a nice kind of place to start, especially because I do TMI, but I have an oily scalp. That just is what it is. So OUAI seems to be a nice kind of shampoo that's not stripping of your color, but that helps with oil, helps with residue, all that kind of stuff. So I use the thick hair shampoo, but I use the medium hair conditioner because a lot of times with girls with wavy or curly hair, things will weigh their hair down like a lot. So especially with conditioners, I try not to use a heavy one because again, I don't want it to be weighed down. I do use, well, I lost it. A thick hair treatment mask. It is really thick, and I only use this maybe once a week, twice a week, just because my ends are so dyed that I just want to make sure that they're as healthy as possible. It is Mondo thick. But I have liked it so far. I haven't used it all that much, but like it smells really good. It smells like really expensive clean, and it's not like, it's not cheap, but it's not the most expensive hair care products that I have ever used. But I do think that they are worth the price that they are, and they do last for a really long time. You don't need to use a ton of these products to make your hair feel a little bit healthier and a little bit lighter, a little bit better than it did before. Next, I have been using these. These have been in my repertoire for a really, really long time. They are the facial radiance pads from First Aid Beauty. I'm obsessed with these. I don't know what it is. I double cleanse, right? So I take my makeup off with the Clinique Take the Day Away balm, and then I wash my face with the Clinique foaming cleanser. I have to use like lighter stuff on my face. And then I use one of these. When I don't have these, my skin breaks out like no other. But when I use these, my skin is fine. I don't know what it is. I don't know what magic is in this product, but I swear on everything that I own, this is magic, especially if you have an oily skin. I have oily skin here, kind of my chin, and like up on my T-zone. And this has saved my life. My skin is not as oily anymore. My skin feels smoother. It just, my skin feels happy when I use these. I promise you, if you are an oily skin gal, these are really great. Next is my vitamins. I use all of these Olly Vitamins. I kind of want to expand to use other vitamins because I've been using Olly for a really long time, but they do work for me. I do think that they are a great company. I think that they work. I use the Active Immunity because of course, I'm also almost out of these because of course during COVID you want a little bit more backup. I use it every day, and I use the probiotics. I think probiotics are really important, especially with how much junk that we put into our bodies nowadays. I do think that probiotics are really important, and these also taste really good. All these vitamins taste good and they don't upset my stomach, and that is a big thing for me. A lot of vitamins, medications will upset my stomach, but these don't. Next is a perfume. I'm gonna pronounce this majorly wrong, but it's Veronique Gabai L'Eponge. I got this for free at a Gossip Girl event in the city. It was like a prize that I won, and I've been kind of obsessed with it. I also love the packaging. I think that it's really neat, reflective packaging. It looks really good, like sitting on your, you know, where your makeup is and everything. And it's kind of a different scent, kind of a floral, rosy scent, but it just kind of smells like really comforting to me. It's warm. It smells like old money. I know, like that's what Gossip Girl is. So it smells like rich. It smells really good. Like I don't know if I would buy it because it is really expensive, but the fact that I got it for free in like a grab bag situation, I do really like that. And I also just think that it's just a really nice smell. It's very warm. It's cozy. It's kind of like it doesn't smell like a grandma, but like it does kind of smell like a grandma, but not in like a bad way, like a hip grandma. You know what I mean? Like Fez's grandma from Euphoria, if you know. Next is We all know. We all know. We all know. This is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. If you don't know who Colleen Hoover is, learn. This is the first book that I read by her. I'm currently reading November 9th. It's literally on my nightstand right there. And so no spoilers on November 9th. Thank you. But this book was incredible. I want to say for the first 100 pages, I was kind of like, okay, you know, it's a sad story. It's a weird situation that this girl is, a horrible situation that this girl is in. But then it gets deep. It gets thoughtful. It gets emotional in not just a surface level kind of way. And I don't rate books super high all that often. Normally things get like 3 stars, 5, 6 out of 10. This was like an 8.5, 9 out of 10. Just simply for the last like 200 pages. I was shocked by the ending, but not in a bad way. I was shocked in a good way, which is very rare for books these days. A lot of books are like, surprise, I was the one that killed this person, or surprise, they're dead now. But this was like, surprise in a great way. Like, she writes very compelling. I read this in one day and it was great. So I definitely recommend getting on the Colleen Hoover train. It's amazing. Another one of my favorite creators, Kenzie Elizabeth, she raves about Colleen Hoover. So any of her kind of book videos, you should watch those because she talks a lot about Colleen Hoover. So if you're interested in getting into her, I would recommend kind of watching Kenzie Elizabeth to kind of explain the Colleen Hoover craze that is going on right now. The next thing is an item of clothing. This is my new not new, but this is my new-ish Gals on the Go sweatshirt. I am a big fan of Gals on the Go. I've watched Brooke and Danielle for a really long time. And so of course, when they came up with their podcast, I was like, absolutely. The sweatshirt is really soft on the inside. It's got like really nice, I don't know. And like I've washed this a few times too, and it's still just as soft on the inside. The quality of their merch has always been really good. This is honestly better quality than the original drop of the Don't Text merchandise. I didn't get the tie-dye stuff, so I can't talk on that. But the Don't Text to this merch, the quality is like tenfold. My last two favorites don't have any visuals to go along with them, but the first is a TV show. We all know probably what I'm gonna say. It's Euphoria. I was not expecting to like this show. I watched the first few episodes at the behest of my best friend, and she was telling me that I had to watch it so I could talk to her about it. And I was like, I don't know. I started watching it. There was a lot of nudity. There was a lot of really dark stuff. And I was like, I don't know if I can do that. And I stopped watching it. And then a few days later, I was like, man, I want to watch more Euphoria. So it's kind of addicting in that way. You have to know what happened to these characters. There's a lot of drama. Of course, like the nudity is a thing. So I would not recommend it for somebody who's like below the age of 18, 16 at the youngest. Like, it is really dark topics, a lot of nudity, which I really wouldn't want like my friends' little siblings to be watching this show. So please don't watch it if you're young, but I am 23. So I can watch it without it scarring me. And even then, it is a little bit scarring. I'm not even gonna lie. Some of the stuff is really dark and scary, especially Zendaya's character, who is an incredible character, and she plays this role of this girl who is an addict so well. I have worked with addicts in the past through kind of an internship with my degree, and she plays it a little bit more dramatic, obviously, but she plays it really well to a heart-wrenching degree of similarity to some people that I've worked with. And it's a really good show to understand the darker side of teenagerhood. Of course, a lot of it is not completely accurate, and a lot of it is for TV, but they make the characters in such a way that you really feel for them and that you really try to understand them, especially the character of Kat and Fezco. They are my favorite characters. Kat, of course, just, she's a badass. She's an incredible character. I want to see more of her in season 2. We'll see. And of course, I like Fezco because the actor, I mean, the actor is great. His story is great. Look it up if you're unsure of like what I'm talking about. But he was kind of like found just like walking down the street, and they were like, you look like this character that we want to cast. And like, how incredible is that? So Euphoria is definitely a top favorite for me right now. I am so excited for more of season 2. And my last favorite is a playlist, which I will link down below. It's on Spotify. It is a 2014 Tumblr playlist. If you were 14, 15, 16 years old in 2014, you know what I'm talking about. Arctic Monkeys, the 1975, Lana Del Rey, you know. If you know, you know. And this person made this playlist and I stumbled across it on Spotify when I was looking up like the Tumblr vibes because I was kind of nostalgic, and I have listened to this playlist almost every single day. Like I'll be driving down the road and I'll be like, man, I want to listen to some Arctic Monkeys, and I can play your playlist. So I will link that down below, as well as like maybe any products that I mentioned in this video if you guys are interested in them. I hope that they're not all sold out because the OUAI hair stuff has been sold out on and off for a while, but I will link everything down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.